Guys, there's a new law that is in place that I'm pretty sure if this had happened in the 70s and 80s, all of our parents would be in jail right now. This law is called the free-range parenting law. It's taking place in Utah. What's next? Cage-free dog laws? Everybody freeze! Nobody move! Is there a dog in here in a crate? What is the world coming to? Now, I always thought free-range parenting was just a satirical joke, a clever one at that was in my Twitter bio. Go ahead, read it. Yet, this turns out to not be a joke, unless comedy has somehow come full circle and made itself law. The law of comedy? Sounds hysterical. I've been saying this for years. I'm a free-range, cage-free parent. Most of the time. I do abide by leash laws with my kids, though. Wah, wah. What it is, kids in Utah can now participate in activities unsupervised. The 90s kid in me is going, oh, that's a cool law. Cool. Not. Psych! Think about how many great movies from the 80s would have ended way differently if it took place today with these free-range parenting issues. Like E.T. Those kids, and they had one single mom who was always working. They were always out on their own, right? E.T. would have probably adopted the kids because the mom went to jail because she was allowing her kids to go out and do things on their own. Stand By Me. I'm pretty sure all the parents that let their kids go walk on train tracks to see a dead body. Did they see a dead body? I don't really remember that movie. I just know they were alone on train tracks. That's what's on the cover, right? All those parents would have been in jail. That movie would have taken a turn from a great coming-of-age friend movie to a story about kids going through the system. Stand By Me would have turned into Sleepers. The real law part of this is it just protects parents from being investigated by any kind of child welfare services or anything because they let their kids go outside and play. Yes, this is what lawmakers are focusing on. But they have to. Because there's so many nosy Nancys around the neighborhood willing to call, drop a dime in a heartbeat, that I can't believe I'm going to say this. We need free-range parenting laws. We need them to protect the parents and give the kids the freedom they need. Go scrape a knee, bump your head, get ADD, whatever you do. I don't care. Just get out of the house. Stop playing video games. When I first read this story, I thought, this is for white America, right? This seems like white America threw enough money at a problem, and this is how they fixed it. Well, turns out I'm kind of right. Check out this news story. My apologies for the footage. It's shaky and upside down at first, but I gotta show you who's being interviewed in this piece on free-range parenting. Can you guess? White rich ladies.
The boys are 11, 9, and 7. Julie considers herself a so-called free-range parent.
The thing that I worry about is not that they're in danger. I worry that someone will see them walking and
white
say,
people?
oh, this isn't good, and they'll call the police.
Proponents of free-range parenting say giving kids independence helps boost their confidence. Critics say it can expose children to serious dangers.
The most dangerous thing about these kids being outside is that people are calling the cops on them.
In Virginia, where Julie and her kids live, guidance is on a case-by-case basis. In Illinois, children under 14 can't be left without supervision for an unreasonable period of time. In Oregon, it's age 10. And in Maryland, a child must be at least 8 to stay alone in a house or car. Maryland parents were investigated
More
and
white
were
people.
cleared by child welfare authorities for letting their 10 and 6-year-old walk home alone from a park in 2015.
Ah, white people.
Utah's new law aims to legalize more leeway for parents.
Massive eye roll. Is there an eye roll emoji? We need one. Oh, and I gotta explain, because when I say rich people, I mean, like, if you're not living paycheck to paycheck, you're rich. And you know that lady that was being interviewed, she's rich. You don't get a kitchen like that with a half island or a peninsula. Is there such thing as a peninsula in a kitchen? So this is all good and nice that this free-range parenting law is going to protect white people that probably could have fought these court cases. But for me, what really matters is, like, the people who are less fortunate. Is this going to help them? That's what I care about. So I did some more research, And The Atlantic wrote a great article that actually swayed me in favor of having free-range parenting laws. Check this article out. And some of the things were shocking to read about. Like it's saying that 53% of African American families have an open investigation. Now that's horrible, especially when you think like an investigation can be opened if someone who knows nothing about the situation and just sees kids outside playing without an adult right there. That person can call, and the parents, hopefully parents, most of the time maybe parent, can be investigated. Doesn't seem right, especially since all you hear nowadays is how kids are lazy, stay inside and play video games. Well, when they go outside, they're getting the cops called on them. So that article from The Atlantic kind of presents a case where it says these free-range parenting laws will protect people from being investigated. I hope that helps the less fortunate, the people who are struggling, the black communities, people of color. Really, that's what I'm hoping that these free-range parenting laws. It's sad that the focus is Julie and her peninsula in the kitchen, when the truth is like there's other families that have been more affected. One woman was tied up in the courts for 2 years because she let her 11-year-old and the 11-year-old's 2 younger siblings go out and play at a playground across the street from their house where the mother could see from the window. She was watching them, but it just takes one phone call. And there's a website called freerangekids.org, I believe it is. I'll throw it up right here. This website, you go to the law section and it will show you every state, the laws they have. I thought when I read Massachusetts has no laws on like ages for being home alone or ages to be in the car, I thought that was a good thing. And I realized, oh man, that just means that any of these nosy Nancys living in the neighborhood see my kids outside playing and call on me. The other interesting thing that I found perusing this list was the 2 shadiest states in America, I think we can all agree, Florida and Nevada, both had laws with language that was just weird. Like Nevada said, if you knowingly leave a 7-year-old or younger in your car when the conditions outside could present a hazard. I'm like, what? So it's got to be sunny, but then if you don't know, if the kid sneaks in your car like many Hollywood movies, or if you just claim you didn't know the kid was there, then you're off the hook. Why can't it just say, hey, 7 and under, don't leave them alone? And Florida had an even weirder stipulation. Florida's law said 6 and younger can't be left for longer than 15 minutes. How did they come across 15 minutes? So they said, we can leave this 2-year-old in a car for 10 minutes. But after that, once you hit that 15-minute mark, it becomes pretty dangerous for the 2-year-old to be left alone in a car. What? Can we just all use common sense? Apparently not. Apparently the parents can't, and apparently the neighbors can't. That's why we're in this dilemma. I don't know what the qualifications to work at one of these places are. These child welfare services, I'm assuming some kind of college degree. What they should stipulate, and I don't know if this is illegal or not, but you should have to have kids and have raised them. Then you qualify to see if a child's needs are being met. You don't want some 23-year-old girl fresh out of college with all these ideas on how the world should work and how she's gonna parent when she has kids. Give me a break with that. We should rewrite a law to say, to work for one of these child welfare services, you gotta have some kids and have raised them to grow up and be something other than like a NASCAR driver. Why are you taking digs at NASCAR drivers? I don't know. So, what are your thoughts? Free-range parenting laws. Leave it in the comments. Should America have them? Does America need them? That's what it comes down to. Because should we? No, we're all adults. But the truth is most adults aren't adults. They don't use common sense. They leave kids in cars. They leave kids at home. You got to understand something. When you have a child, your life stops. For about 18 years, your life is on hold. You don't want that to happen? Easy. Don't have kids. So it seems like this free-range parenting law and the government creating laws for parents is paradoxical. You don't want a law governing how you parent. But if it's a law to protect your freedoms as a parent, to allow your kids to go outside without you, to go to the playground without you, then it's kind of a good thing the government's stepping in. Right? I don't know. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. If I could hit that button for you, I would. Keep it revolutionary. Peace.